Mitigating risk is where the rubber meets the road. You're creating your compensating controls, right? So at this point, you have a full list of understood risks, and you're deciding what particular actions or control mechanisms or things need to be blocked or removed or added, et cetera, that will prevent it or maintain it doing only what it's supposed to do. So those identified compensating controls that come through this process, whether they be technical or human or part of the programming, part of how you're pruning the data or allowing it access to data or what it's able to do with the data, those become requirement statements. Just like those earlier behavioral requirement statements are. These are things that we want it to do. These are also things that it has to do to be considered complete and correct. All of those become cataloged, and as you're going through verification and validation or through risk analysis at each one of these stages, you're returning to this and you're providing actual testable evidence, due diligence that it does what it's supposed to do. I mean, that's going to be different on a project by project basis. You're going to have different ways that you're doing it, different ways that you're providing that due diligence. But in the end, that due diligence is what the purpose of this risk analysis process, this ethics, safety, and security process is.
And then if we are aiming for a transparent system, for example, we can have a whole set of processes and controls to design the system from the get-go to be transparent. Or if having the risk or a high risk of biases, we can take the approach of using various data sets and ensure that the data that we use is as unbiased as possible. Or we can also go for a lot of testing and validation with different groups, with different approaches and methodologies, again, to ensure that the system is reliable and robust. So all of this comes together into the risk mitigation.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of these controls can be very, very simple things. It purges a database after every conversation. It forgets everything it just learned. It's reset every 6 months, things like that. It really depends on the individual use case, what those compensating controls are going to be, but ensuring that they're known, they're documented, they're tested, they're validated, that's the due diligence that this system was designed to create.